Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of TalkingTelly. Today we got a Fantastic Four. Saw it in the cinema there a couple of days ago. New MCU movie out, and you have to say, overall general reception for this movie is pretty good. We went into it expecting a lot. The trailers definitely made it look like it's going to be a well polished, well maintained, well made movie, and yeah, it delivered. What do you reckon?
I think it was honestly. I think one of my favorite parts of it was the length of it, because I think you're coming into this movie, you think of Fantastic Four and Marvel, long movies, 2 hour, 2 hour 20, long origin, introduction, blah blah blah. But this movie knows you've seen Fantastic Four, you know what's up, so it drops you in, and by the time you're done, it hasn't even been 2 hours, an hour and 55. And you're feeling light, you're feeling refreshed, you're feeling cool. You haven't even gone to the jacks. Like, it's a real breath of fresh air to get a movie that isn't ridiculously long. And I think that helps a lot with it. This whole movie feels like a breath of fresh air for Marvel, which ultimately is what it needed to be. New characters, new leads, new stars, leading into the God knows what's going to happen in the new phases, which we'll talk later. But overall, this movie was just a breath of fresh air, similar to Superman for DC.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a breath of fresh air, but I feel like we should probably talk about like the scope of this movie. Do you think this movie felt a little bit safe? Do you think this movie felt like I don't know, it was afraid to step out of its comfort zone?
You see, I think yes, but I'm just very glad that they didn't have, like most Marvel movies have now. You have all these cameos and all these other characters coming in. I think if I'm watching Fantastic Four, I know it's self-contained. I know it's a bit safe, but ultimately, that's what you want. You want a simple story, in my opinion, because I think the issue which has led to like the how we're feeling now is this over saturation of characters upon characters in every single movie, having you needed to watch multiple movies just to see anything. And so, like Superman, it's a simple movie, but a simple premise, but a simple plot and a simple message. And I think that's just what we needed right now, in my opinion.
It's definitely needed, especially for Marvel. Marvel, which, like you said, it's kind of suffering with this Hydra problem at the moment, which is kind of funny,
Yeah,
Hydra, but it's suffering with this Hydra problem, as in you have one good movie, you cut the head off it, and it's replaced with three bad ones. And you're constantly trying to cut down these bad heads and these bad movies, and they're just being replaced by more and more and more. You might get a good movie here and there, but the problem is you cut off and you're getting two more in its place, which suck.
yeah,
Some of these movies like that this year alone, like you said, Thunderbolts was a good movie. Captain America was an awful
oh,
movie.
oh.
I haven't even seen it, but the reception for it was awful. They hired big names for that movie.
Yeah,
Harrison Ford came in to give Disney a hand. I heard he was awful.
yeah,
Giancarlo Esposito, I heard he was awful. Anthony Mackie didn't do a good portrayal, and it just, it just like they're really shooting themselves in the foot. They're letting the foot heal. They're wrapping it up. They're bandaging it. Well, like good little projects here and there. They bring out the likes of Fantastic Four. They dropped the trailer 2 years ago. Get fans hyped just to announce RDJ and shoot themselves in the foot again, or just to announce Doomsday, and you see the entire cast of the Fantastic Four on the chairs, and you're like, well, I guess we know no one's gonna die. Like, well, what is the point of this?
I
You're
don't know.
generating hype, but yet cutting it down.
Yeah, it's definitely they're putting all their eggs in one basket. It's very clear Marvel, Disney are going, all right, Fantastic Four into Avengers, these two movies, this is it. If this doesn't work, we're cooked.
Yeah, you definitely know there was a few boardroom meetings before Fantastic Four in which they said if this movie flops, we're done.
I mean, if you think about how many years have we been hearing about this movie? We talked about this movie years ago. How important it's going to be, how saga phase defining it's going to be. And I think I think we should just talk about the movie first before going into everything, just to kind of
Yeah, yeah.
give it the credit it deserves. Because ultimately, like Superman, this was a fun movie.
Oh, it's definitely a fun movie, and I feel like the character castings were perfect. They were all really good. I think a couple standouts. Definitely, Ben Grimm was really good.
Yeah, Van Grimm was great.
Uh, Ben Grimm was good, and it wasn't like it's like I don't know, fucking Boston head Ben Grimm either. It wasn't
Yeah,
like other iterations of Ben Grimm in which it's like there's almost like no brains there.
yeah, super depressed, like about to kill himself, like he's gone, this and that, like.
Yeah, hates himself, Ben Grimm. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that for a family film either. So this Ben Grimm who like is accepting of who he is, but yet still longing to be human again. Like doesn't feel human, but yet is happy. And people see him on the street and they're like, "Oh, it's the thing."
Yeah.
It's not like, "Oh, what the hell is he?"
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a monster.
Yeah, you're not getting any of that, which I feel like is definitely overplayed. But like, you're getting an actual hero. People see him as a hero, which is good to see. I feel like for all the slating I've given him as well, Joseph Quinn was actually really
Yeah,
good.
I was very impressed with him. I was going into this movie thinking, he looks like a goon and he's like this and that, but he was a great Human Torch. Really, really good. And actually, like a more human portrayal and a smarter portrayal. Because even though I love Chris Evans' Human Torch, he's very one note. When we both know that Human Torch is a really good character and he has a lot of depth to him. And, we got to see the potential of, what he could be and his actual, intellect. He's not just some goober. There's a reason he went on that space mission.
That's the thing. I always hated that iteration of Chris Evans because you have to think to yourself. So they got three scientists. They got Ben as the mechanic, Reed as like the brains, and you have his wife. And you're thinking, well, you have his wife Sue, who's also genius intellect. And you're thinking, well, why is Evil Knievel on the rocket ship with them? Why is he going up? Bro is only known for doing like X Games stunts.
Yeah.
Why is he here? In this movie, like it really goes to show, like he is a core part of the team. Like he pretty much brings Silver Surfer to their side, which is insane. Is able to decipher a whole language based off one sentence, multiple languages actually.
But I think for me, the main thing is a Fantastic Four movie. It's Reed and Sue. If Reed and Sue aren't working, the movie collapses. And both Reed and Sue, Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal were great. I mean, like, this isn't no Jessica Alba Sue, who's just standing there, like, getting naked to go invisible, like. There's actual emotion and actual stakes with their child and how they're going to raise it. And you get to see Reed's intellect because, Reed is Mr. Fantastic, not because he can stretch, because he's the smartest man in the world. And how that affects his relationships and his family and how he approaches problems. It's his intellect, And to get a real Reed Richards was very, very cool to see. With stretchy powers that look good as well, because most of them are absolutely awful in other movies.
Yeah, sometimes, like the second iteration of Fantastic Four, his
Oh.
stretchy abilities were absolutely like they were awful, and Miles Teller looked way too young
His
to play
face.
Mister Fantastic.
I don't know why I swear they de-aged those actors in that movie. Everyone looks like a kid.
They're all teenagers. That's the thing. They're all teenagers. It looks absolutely it looks crud.
Yeah, I have no reason why. I have no idea
So
why.
you're watching it and you're like, Jesus Christ! Like, what is the point? Why are they sending four teenagers into space? Why are they like? Why are they doing this? Whereas an older, more experienced Fantastic Four becoming heroes makes sense.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that we didn't have to get their backstory in order to know how to get their powers. I really liked how Marvel said no. They did a Spider-Man Homecoming on it, and they're like, we don't need to give you the backstory. You know the backstory. We're just going to give you a new story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely have to say another highlight of this movie for me. Actors were all amazing. They all played the characters perfectly. I wasn't looking at them in any way and be like, oh, that's Vanessa Kirby on the screen. Oh,
Yeah.
that's Pedro Pascal. No, it was Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm. I love how vibrant
Oh
and how
yeah.
colorful this movie is. It's such a colorful movie. Like it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, the retro futuristic '60s vibe was so cool. Like it's like nothing else really. We haven't really seen a movie like this in a long, long time. It reminds me of like almost Minority Report, except slightly different. Like I love,
Oh, definitely the cars
yeah,
are definitely Minority
and
Report,
also
but
like
Minority Report is a much more grim and
well, it's
dark.
like Fallout. It's Fallout before the bombs come down, and they're just like Americana vibe, but it's still like futuristic. It's really cool. As you said, really colorful. It's a pleasure to watch, and as you mentioned, when the CGI was great, and then Galactus was so cool.
Galactus looked clean as fuck. He's not no fucking storm cloud
Oh
anymore, people.
Jesus!
No, he had this almost like Transformers esque ship which he travels around on. This massive ship which digests planets for him. Which also makes sense as well. We don't want to get Galactus who just like pops up beside a planet and just
It's
goes
yeah.
inhales it. What's the point? No, I really enjoyed this iteration of Galactus. And I enjoyed the fact that, the movie lives up to its name. First steps, you have the introduction of Franklin Richards as well.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think everything with Galactus there was really fun and really entertaining to watch. And the fact that it's not like the heroes just trump Galactus. No,
Yeah.
they literally have to think, a second, how the fuck do we stop this guy? Because we can't.
And Sue basically dies, like, to stop him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have Franklin Richards who can warp reality, and that's why he brought back his mom. And that was also a really cool scene where he's like crawling on her, and he's like, wah. I really like that because I was for a moment I was like, wow, did they actually just kill Sue? I was like, nah, like she has to come back. Like, there's no way.
I thought the whole like plan was maybe she did die, and then they go around the multiverse looking for her replacement,
That'd be funny.
which I think would have been pretty funny. But
Or if she fell in with a portal with him or something.
yeah, and then they have to go search the universe for her.
Yeah,
She could be a new herald to Galactus,
that'd be funny.
which makes sense because she was powerful enough to push him.
Oh yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
it was a really fun movie. Like it was like, the jokes are nice. It was a clever movie, Mole Man and everything with that. It was just enjoyable, and it was not just lighthearted, but it was digestible, as I mentioned. I felt like Superman. Naturally, we're going to compare these big two summer movies. I felt like there's like one or two scenes where Superman really slowed down, and not that I was
Oh, there was
necessarily.
definitely points of Superman where you were not bored, but you were like a bit unappealed.
Yeah, like he's talking to like his mom and then like and his parents, and cool. Like I like to see them, but it's you just kind of you're looking at the time, you're seeing this kind of go into a halt. Well, this movie was, not to say it was like The Dark Knight, it wasn't insanely high octane, but it's just it didn't feel like it's slowing down for no reason.
Yeah. What I will say is, what I meant by the movie being safe earlier on,
Yeah.
I would describe safe as being, it's a movie without any clauses in it. Like I knew coming into this movie that there'd be no major characters who died.
Yeah.
There would probably be no introduction to main MCU. This will be a standalone verse. This will have no repercussions on anything, which it didn't.
I mean, most
Like,
Marvel
this isn't.
movies are safe.
No, because I feel like nowadays a lot of Marvel movies aren't safe. I feel like Marvel movies, especially like this is the same during the Infinity Saga, but they played it so well. It was that there was two movies which came out a year, and you had to watch the two movies in order to gain more information for the Infinity Saga. But people used to love that because you're like, oh, it's all leading towards this massive
Well,
story.
yeah, no. In that sense, like we like Thor Ragnarok with Asgard getting destroyed, and this and that. But I don't know. I feel like I guess you're right because if you think of like Shang-Chi, Eternals, all these, and these are the good ones. Like these are the good ones of all the other movies, the Marvels, all this shit. Like Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2. I felt like those are very safe movies.
Oh, Doctor Strange 3 was.
Or 2.
Oh, Doctor Strange 2. Yeah, I meant Spider Man 3. Yeah, Spider Man 3, I wouldn't necessarily call it a super safe movie because you have the fact it leads into 4, but still. Like,
I don't
oh,
know.
Brand New Day was announced as well.
You know, everyone was kind of like, I don't think anyone wanted to see that. Who wanted to see a Spider-Man reboot? I think we all kind of, when I saw it, I was like, why would you eradicate all of this character build-up? Like, what? It's like, why would you do this? Everyone hates you, Brand New Day.
Well, no, it's not that it's character built. It's still Tom Holland.
Yeah, but why would you have them forget their memories? It's such a I don't know why they did that. It's like a step backwards for no reason.
Because they'll probably just try to create a super safe Spider-Man film.
But they could have just kept it continue. Like my point is, it's these random. But I think the issue is it's these random moments where like, oh, we got to shock the audience, we got to do something, and no one gives a fuck. Or like Doctor Strange 2 end credit scene where he meets like his wife or Clea and he gets a third eye. That's never going to impact anything.
Completely stupid.
It was like, what is this?
So that was at the height of Marvel fatigue. People watched that and they were like, "What the hell?"
Well, no, I think the height of Marvel fatigue was Ant-Man 3, Quantum
Oh,
Mania.
Quantumania, yeah.
That's peak Marvel fatigue right there.
Yeah, it was
That
awful.
and the Marvels, I went the same
movie.
year. Yeah, that's.
But what I will say is, and something which I'm questioning now, I had to look it up when I left the cinema. I was telling you about it. The post-credit scene of the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four movie not matching up.
Yeah, that was a bit of a. That
What
was
a
misstep.
major slip up.
That was a
Marvel.
big misstep.
That's a massive slip. The fact Kevin Feige let that slip through the cracks is insane.
Yeah, because that's how
Like,
Marvel do their big like teasers and their big like what's gonna happen next in the plot.
Yeah, and the fact that the Fantastic Four, like the mid-credit scene, was Doom, which was to be expected.
Yeah, that's cool. You're like, oh,
Then
nice,
the
nice,
end
nice.
credit scene to be nothing.
That was
be
very, very disappointing.
To be that cartoon, and you're like, wow, they really shot themselves in the foot. Because like that, Thunderbolts having the Fantastic Four ship, like almost crash landing into the verse,
That was
and they're
really
like, oh,
cool.
what the
That
hell
was
is that?
really cool.
Oh, it was cool, definitely cool. But the fact that it's not the same ship
Oh, it's
shown in the Fantastic Four movie.
Well, like we don't know what is a new thing. Like we don't know what the fuck's happening at this point. We're confused, and we shouldn't. Like we're not. Because look, we should be intrigued, but instead we're confused. We should be thinking, going, "Oh my god, how is this gonna loop in?" But instead we're thinking here, going, "How did this even happen? How could they let this slip?" Like it's just. It's the icing on the cake, which would allow Marvel movies to continue going. If you have a pretty good Marvel movie and you have a good end credit scene, you're thinking, "Oh shit, time for the next movie." But now it's like we all left the cinema going, "Huh?" The movie's great, and then, "Huh?" It was bizarre.
It's the icing on the pile of shit, man.
Yeah.
I think it's
bizarre.
it was such a bad slip up, and I remember looking it up and being like, "So what the fuck does this mean?"
Nothing.
And it didn't mean anything. Nothing. That Thunderbolts end credit scene means nothing.
I assume the Thunderbolts one means, and look, but see, once again, because we have to assume, but now it's like, I assume that that's what happens next, and blah, 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 but it's just weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, I assume maybe Doom is able to tap into Franklin's powers and can travel the multiverse now, so the Fantastic Four are trying to find them. Yes, that's what we can assume, but yet we don't know. Like, that's an awful position to be in for Marvel Studios. Now you have to pay off this end credit scene. You also have to pay off the Fantastic Four end credit scene. Make it somewhat coherent and make it so that it lines up. Like, it's just...
It's weird. I don't know why they did this. We'll need to... I mean, like, I'm sure... I'm just... I think it's... I think lastly, we should compare this to Superman a little rating and then go on to the MCU, because we need to talk about Doomsday in the mall.
Yeah. Okay, so compared to Superman...
Which we gave
I definitely like...
8... What? We gave that an 8 or an 8.5, I don't remember.
I think it was an 8.2, we rounded it.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm going to make us up a little rating board right now.
Yeah.
and this is how we'll define them compared to each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like we kind of need to split this up into categories right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go uh, character portrayals as the first one, and then it's gonna be side character portrayals.
Oh.
For the second one. Then we're gonna have to have CGI / fight scenes, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about each one and how the fight scenes are somewhat different. We'll have to talk about plot, overall story, which one actually works a little bit better. Which one is better for its respective universe? And soundtrack as well. Soundtrack is a big one.
Yes. Yes.
And then director edits / perception. Okay, right. I think I have it here. So, which one are we going to give for character portrayals? Do you think David Cornsey as Superman, or do you think Reed being Pedro Pascal?
I'm gonna take Reed only because we already have Henry Cavill who's the base Superman, and I think Superman was really good, but I don't think he did anything particularly new as Superman. While we haven't ever had a good Mr. Fantastic.
No, we haven't. Okay, so are we going to go Sue Storm or Lois Lane?
That's a tough one because Lois Lane was really good.
It was really good, and she had a good character arc in it as well, and she was somewhat useful.
Yeah, she also might.
But so was Vanessa Kirby. Vanessa Kirby was really good.
And then she was the ultimate Sue Storm, especially when she's given the baby and she's like, Johnny, kill her. Like, she's going to kill your child. Kill the Silver Surfer.
She's going to kill your nephew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you mean you won't?
My child. Yeah. I'd say this is like a draw or something.
All right. We can put that as a draw.
Yeah.
Let's think of major characters. Okay, Galactus or Lex Luthor?
It has to be Lex Luthor. Because even though we love Galactus, but Lex Luthor was so good and Jesse Eisenberg was so bad. And Galactus...
Yeah, the Lex Luthor portrayal was perfect.
Yeah, it couldn't really do better. Yeah.
Okay, are we thinking Ben Grimm? Or are we thinking... I think of a character.
Guy Gardner.
No, you can't line him up with Guy Gardner.
Mr. Terrific. Oh. It's Ben Grimm.
Yeah, you can line up.
Whoever it is Ben Grimm. We know it. Whoever it is Ben Grimm, and we know it.
Ben Grimm. I'm right. You can line up Guy Gardner and Human Torch, and it's gonna be Human Torch.
Yeah. Like the side characters in the Superman movie were neat, but they weren't too much toy home.
No, these are like main characters. These are main characters.
Okay, oh, Jesus. Alright.
These are like main guys. Okay, now we're going on to side character portrayals. Now, I'm not going to ask you. We're not going to name off every single character from every movie.
Yeah.
But do you think the side characters? Now, these are like the characters who have like 5 minutes of screen time.
I mean,
do you think they're better portrayed in Superman or Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four doesn't really have any side characters. Because you have...
No, it doesn't. It's a very bare-bone cast.
Well, it's very self-contained, but I think that kind of helps it because Fantastic Four and then Silver Surfer and Galactus, and that's kind of it, Mole Man there. Then that's it. Well, I did like the Superman. I did like the random Jimmy Olsen, his girlfriend, the other woman, Hawk Girl. I did like the introductions.
Personally speaking, I'm going to give it to Superman here.
Yeah.
I think Superman takes it for me, just for the sheer fact that it was lovable side characters who served their purpose well.
Yeah.
I think the Fantastic Four, they had like the Herbie robot, but every Marvel movie has like that cute pet which they can also sell as merchandise. I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
at least in the Superman movie, like Crypto, the lovable sidekick, was actually a lovable sidekick.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't feel like a cash grab merch buy-in. He felt like an actual character, you know?
Yes, I agree.
That's why, yeah, Superman takes it here. CGI and fight scenes. I think this is a clear Fantastic Four.
Yeah, yeah. For clear.
I think that's clear as day. I think Fantastic Four take that. Now, we'll do plot and overall story last. I'm thinking better for respective universe.
I mean,
I'm gonna give this a Superman.
Yeah,
here.
it has to be because there hasn't been a good DC movie in a long, long time.
No, in a long time.
After the Flash and Wonder Woman 2.
Well, no, Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but like, but how many people have seen that? Not that many.
No, not many people. No,
That's
no.
that was like the and that movie didn't even make a profit. That movie flopped very badly.
But it was a promising movie.
Yes, it was very promising movie.
Yeah, so I'd definitely give that to Superman here because it's definitely a step in the right direction. I thought for as well oiled and as clean as Fantastic Four was, I just think Superman was better for the DCEU than it was Fantastic Four for the MCU.
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
I love the Fantastic Four. But the Superman one was pretty good.
Personally speaking, I'm going to go Superman here.
I don't know.
I'm taking Superman.
I'll give it, but I'm not giving that easily. I've been giving that begrudgingly.
I still have. Yet again, it wasn't even like that good of a song, but I still have the I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am.
I don't know.
It's not even that good of a song, but it's stuck on my head. It's been stuck on my head.
But
It's left a lasting impact.
But is that because of Superman, or is that because you just like that song?
No, it's because of Superman.
Okay.
And like that song now is like, it's like attached to anything like hope wise, or it's like you do something good and it's like, well, I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. You know, you feel good.
I guess. Yeah.
You feel like you've done something good. So I'm gonna give that to Superman here. Director edits / perceptions. This would be like the James Gunn Mr. Terrific scene versus I'm trying to think of any like director orientated stuff.
I think it's like a clever editing, which wasn't like Fantastic Four. I mean, it was cool. I don't think there was any like massive set piece scene that would kind of wowed you.
So like, what I'm talking about, like Matt Shackman is a director of Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
He's also the director of WandaVision.
Wow, really?
So director cuts would be as in like something which is like scenes which are unique to that director. So like that you have James Gunn with his like Yondu 1v20.
Yeah.
The Mr. Terrific 1v20. That's like they're his scenes, you know?
Yeah.
He's really good at like throwing them scenes up where you get like
the slow-mo turn around as Peter Quill is doing something cool, you know. Like
yeah, exactly. You get the close-up shot of like their face or whatever. Then you get the bringing the camera back and it shows them off, and like it's almost like the dual pistol wielding, and they're like
yeah. I don't think Fantastic Four had anything like that.
Oh no, man, the retro futuristic style is exactly like WandaVision. It's almost the same.
Oh no,
like,
that obviously yes.
But that's what I mean by like director edits such perceptions. This is like how they showed their world.
I think,
and then like having the whole like Fantastic Four sitting down to dinner and stuff like that.
Well,
very reminiscent
the comics,
of WandaVision.
The actual little shows that they had playing, and the little cartoons like in WandaVision, WandaVision was I really like WandaVision. That was the best Marvel show by a mile.
100%.
So I don't know. I don't really have a preference, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we can give that a draw. I think we'll give it a draw. Because I feel like both directors took their worlds in very different places, but it was still very good. Both of them are still very good. and they both gave us new perceptions on like age-old characters, and they both brought their worlds to life in a way which we have never really seen before
No.
in film. Fantastic Four being very much Meet the Robinsons slash meet like the Jetsons,
Yeah.
and then you have Superman being very much it is a James Gunn movie,
Yeah, very much.
very vibrant, very colorful, wacky new side characters. Like it was good. It was good. Now, plot slash overall story.
It's Fantastic Four, and it's not even close. Superman didn't have a plot.
Yeah.
Superman, it was just Lex Luthor's memeing on him. Like, no, and there was no message.
It was just Lex Luthor.
What was the message?
Then I also I didn't like the whole. So they have like the whole big plan to move the Earth.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's fine or whatever. And then the Silver Surfer comes in and stops them. I'm like, yeah, cool. But then their next plan is to like
Move Galactus.
do the cheese trap on like what you do to a mouse. You ever see like it's like the stick and the box and you have like the cheese on the plate?
Yeah.
Okay, this is how we're gonna catch him. What stupid idea ever. I was like, oh yes. Interesting how there's one gate still open. And yes, it is in New York, where we currently are at the moment. Well, yes, it's quite convenient, isn't it? Yes, why don't we leave Franklin now and then swap him? I'm sure Galactus, who's almost omniscient, won't fucking see through this and has X-ray vision. I don't know. I think, yeah, plot and overall story.
Superman, you cannot say Superman has a better plot and overall
No,
story.
I think I have to go to Fantastic Four, but by an inch.
Yeah.
All right. With that in mind, I'll tally up what we have here. So character portrayals, we're going for. It's currently 1-0 Fantastic Four, and 1.5 to a half.
Oh, I'm feeling it.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, the AirPods went dead.
Oh.
No,
but look, what's the final result? Well, I'll wait for it.
Okay, final result here. So we got 1.5 to a half, 1.5 to 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 to Fantastic Four. We got 4.5 to 2.5. We got 5.5, 6.5, 6.5, 3.5, 3.5, 4.5, and we got. I think that's 7 to 5. I think Fantastic Four take the dub here.
Ooh, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Let's give a final ratings now. Final ratings out of 10 for Fantastic Four.
I'd say it's like 8.5. I think it's a solid 8.5.
I think 8.5 is fair enough.
Yeah.
And yet again, it lines up perfectly for what we said there. Our overall ratings. Like we said, it was a 2-point lead. So if we gave Superman an 8.2, 8.3, I think this is a solid 8.5. I think that's how we line it up here.
Yeah. I guess we didn't really compare it to the old movies, but the old movies just sucked.
Yeah, folks, there's not really much.
Yeah, there's not much comparison. Like Miles Teller sucks. Michael B did nothing. The Thing was awful. Kate Mara didn't really do much. And then in the originals, Chris Evans was the only good one.
Yeah, and they beat Dr. Doom by spraying water on him.
Yeah.
In the first. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
And yeah, I think with that, folks, we'll wrap it up for today. Thank you once again for listening. We're looking forward to whatever Marvel brings out next, but we're not going to go into it with high expectations. Yeah, I think that's it.
Right.
See you.
I did think we were going to talk about the MCU, but I guess no, is that a separate thing?
My fucking AirPods are dead. That's why.
Right.